Hello, everyone. This is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Pro Strategy Football 2023, which can be purchased at Steam for a cost of just over $20. Every season is free, created by the mod community. All you have to do is go to the mod site, download them, and enjoy. This is our 1970 alternate divisional playoffs. The Miami Dolphins traveled to the Kansas City Chiefs. Dolphins won the AFC East, the Chiefs the AFC West. This alternate replay was with the Boston Patriots. Glad that's over with. They were god awful. we got 2 wins and a tie, so the tie was better than we did, slightly better than they actually horrifically did in 1970. And of course, Fran Tarkenton led New York Giants. We had a wonderful game against the Rams. I won't spoil it. It's up on the channel if you'd like to watch. This divisional playoff game is PC versus PC. I only play as the New York Giants. The Miami Dolphins, 9-4-1. Road team against the hometown Kansas City Chiefs, 10-3-1. Winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Up next, kickoff, Dolphins Chiefs. The playoffs begin. The road to the Super Bowl is here. Let's quickly scout the two teams. And we will start with the visiting Miami Dolphins. Don Shula's the coach. Favors the running game. They'll run fullback and halfback equally. Favors a 4-3. They'll bounce between man and zone. Offense. Bob Greasy's the starting quarterback. Greasy threw for 2,121 yards, 19 touchdowns, 8 picks. Completion percentage, 55.8. Your running backs, Jim Kick, Mercury Morris, Larry Zonka, Stan Mitchell. Jim Kick rushed for 419 yards, 3.3 yards a carry. Mercury Morris, limited, 56 carries, 182 yards, 3.3 yards a carry. Larry Zonka, 747 yards, 3.8 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns. Starting tight end, Marv Fleming from the Packer great teams. Your wideouts, Paul Warfield, 50 receptions, 718 yards, 8 touchdowns. And then you also have Howard Twilley, 48 receptions, 743 yards, 2 touchdowns. You'll see a lot of Carl Noonan. Offensive line, Cruzen, Williams, DeMarco, Little, and Evans. On defense for the Dolphins, their defensive linemen, they're down 4. Riley Fernandez. Manny Fernandez is the best of the lot. Richardson, Stanfield. Linebackers, Swift, Colin, Bonacani. Defensive backs, Johnson, Mumford are your cornerbacks. Scott and Anderson, the safeties. Dolphins, kicking game, Garo Yepremian is the kicker. Larry Seipel, the punter. Let's move on to Kansas City. Hank Stram's the head coach, triculating downfield. Favors the running game, likes to run the halfback predominantly. They run a 4-3 on defense, bounce between man and zone. Offense, Len Dawson, starting quarterback, 2,558 yards, 10 interceptions, 18 touchdowns. Just under 50%, 49% completion. The Chiefs were the only team to beat the Cincinnati Bengals in our replay. Ed Podolak at one running back spot, 1,469 yards rushing. Tremendous running back Ed Podolak in the early 70s. All-purpose Ed. He also had 31 receptions for 278 yards, 9 touchdowns on the ground, 1 via the reception. Wendell Hayes is the big back. Carried the ball 95 times, 321 yards, 2 touchdowns. At tight end, Fred Arbanis, 21 receptions, 213 yards, and a touchdown. That's the starting tight end. Your wideouts, Otis Taylor, tremendous, 40 receptions, 598 yards. He averaged nearly 15 yards per reception, 4 touchdowns. His long was 53 yards. Opposite him, at split end, you'll have Frank Pitts. You'll see a lot of Gloucester Richardson and Lou Porter also. Offensive line, Jim Tyre is excellent. Then you have Booty, Rudney, Mormon, Hill. Defensively for the Kansas City Chiefs, trying to advance to the AFC Championship game. Down 4, Mays, Culp, Buck Buchanan, Aaron Brown. Linebackers, Bobby Bell, Jim Lynch, Willie Lanier. Defensive backs, your cornerbacks, Marsalis and Thomas. Safeties, Robinson and Kearney. Kicking game for Kansas City, Jan Stenerud's the place kicker, Jarrell Wilson the punter. Let's get a point spread. Run the sim 1,000 times. We'll get the point spread and the over-under. Kansas City 4-point favorites at home. Over-under 33. Kansas City wins approximately 66.8% of the time. Miami 33.2% of the time. Either way, the games were close. So this should be a slobber knocker here as we approach kickoff. So that's the pregame show. This is PC versus PC. I am just calling the game. As they say in Pro Strategy Football, let's do this. Miami won the toss. They elect to receive. Jan Stenerud kicks off. This divisional playoff game is on its way. Beautiful Kansas City. That ball bounces out of the end zone. Nice weather here. 44 degrees. Clear skies, though a strong wind in the stadium. Miami will be going into that wind. I formation. Motion for the Dolphins. Greasy hands it to Zonka. Zonka plunges the middle. Picks up 5. 2nd and 5 for the Dolphins. Warfield to the top. Twilly to the bottom. Fleming the tight end. Greasy under center. Greasy play action. Hits Fleming on a quick hitch. That's a gain of 3. Bobby Bell on the tackle. 3rd and 2 for the Dolphins. They'll try to maintain this drive. Ball at the Miami 28. Zonka and Kick are your backs now. Greasy under center. Chiefs have everyone up in the box playing run. Pitch out. Kick. Kick turns the corner. He's got it. A flag on the play. Kick was tackled by Jim Lynch. What's the penalty?
Illegal procedure. Offense.
So the penalty is on the Dolphins, nullifying the first down. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Miami 23. Kick the lone setback. Warfield and Richardson to the top. Noonan and Twilly to the bottom. Greasy under center. Zone coverage for the Chiefs. It's a handoff. Kick up the middle. He's got it. He breaks a tackle. Gets through the 35. Stopped at the Miami 37. 14 yards on the line. Dive for Jim Kick. Dolphins crossed everyone up there with the run. Again, Dolphins stick with Kick in the backfield. 4 wide, Twilly to the top, 3 to the bottom. Noonan, Warfield, and Richardson. Everyone up in the box for the Chiefs. Greasy takes it himself. Picks up 5 or 6. It'll be a 6-yard gain for Bob Greasy, tackled by Willie Lanier. Greasy, Purdue grad. 2nd and 4 now for Miami at their 43. They stick with the 4 wide. Kick the lone setback. Zone coverage for the Chiefs. Greasy takes it himself. He's hit. Fumbled. One too many times to the well. Shimmy, sham, pop, European uppercut departs Bob Greasy of the ball and possibly a few chiclets. The Chiefs recover at the 45-yard line. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. I think it was Willie Lanier who got him. So Kansas City takes over. 1st and 10 at the Miami 45. First big play goes to the Chiefs defense. Len Dawson, Hank Stram, they're looking to stretch out this no-name Miami defense. Frank Pitts to the top. Podolak, the lone setback. Richardson, Otis Taylor, and Porter, the wideouts. Hank Stram wants to do something big and be big and now. Dawson under center. Lenny drops back to pass. Throws a quick out to Frank Pitts. Steps out of bounds. Gain of 6. Flag on the play.
Illegal block. Offense.
Chiefs called for an illegal block. That will make it 1st and 20 at the Kansas City 45. Podolak and Hayes are the backs now. Arbanis in at tight end. Otis Taylor to the top. Frank Pitts to the bottom. 1st and 20. Motion, bottom of the screen. Dawson to throw. Delayed handoff to Wendell Hayes. The big back gets out towards midfield. Stopped at the Kansas City 49. That's a 4-yard gain. John Richardson on the tackle for the Dolphins. 2nd and 16 for the Chiefs. Pitch out. Ed Podolak. Podolak picks up a little bit of a block. Bonacani quickly gets out there to bring down Eddie Podolak. Gain of 3. 3rd and long. 13 yards to be exact. Chiefs go to the 4 wide. Pitts and Richardson to the top. Taylor and Porter to the bottom. Podolak the setback. He's dangerous out of the backfield. Dawson to throw. Middle. Incomplete. Pass was intended to Frank Pitts. Well covered by Mike Colin, the linebacker. Miami was sitting in a zone. 4th and 13. Wilson to punt. Will try to pin the Dolphins back. Dolphins come after it. They don't get there. That's a hell of a punt, but a too much oomph with the wind at their back. Goes into the end zone. 52-yard punt, touchback. Miami has it 1st and 10 at their 20. Greasy under center. Warfield and Twilly the wideouts. Zonka and Kick the running backs. Marv Fleming the tight end. Greasy hands it to Zonka, the big fullback. Struggles for 2. Willie Lanier and company bring down the human tank, Larry Zonka. 2nd and 8 for the Dolphins at their 22. Zone coverage for the Chiefs. Motion for Miami. Greasy. Quick hitter to Twilly. Twilly took a step to the inside, lowered his shoulder, picked up 5. 3rd and 3 for the Dolphins now. Greasy brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Kansas City playing zone. Greasy. Zonka bounces the outside, gritting out of bounds. He needed 3, only got 2. 4th and 1. Excellent lateral pursuit by the Chiefs. 4th and 1. The Dolphins will punt with Seipel. Dolphins jump off sides. There's the punt. Free play for the Chiefs. Mitchell waves for the fair catch.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
Kansas City declines. They will take the ball 1st and 10 at their 36. 8:23 left in a scoreless first quarter of this divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship. Hayes and Podolak are your running backs. Pitts and Taylor the wideouts. Arbanis the tight end for the Chiefs. Ball at their 36. Dawson under center. Motion for the Chiefs, top of the screen. Dawson hands it to Podolak. Podolak to the right. Picks up 5. Doug Swift on the stop. 2nd and 5. Under 8 to play in this first quarter. Kansas City has at their 41. Motion again for the Chiefs. Dawson. Podolak. Podolak struggles. Bounces left. Tackled by Manny Fernandez. That's a loss of 1. 3rd and 6. It's been a defensive struggle so far here in Kansas City. Chiefs go 4 wide. 2 to the top. Pitts and Richardson. 2 to the bottom. Taylor and Porter. Dawson under center. Podolak the lone setback. Zone coverage. Podolak bounces left. Podolak puts his shoulder down. Breaks a tackle. Crosses midfield. He'll be stopped at the 45 of Miami by Curtis Johnson. Nice tough run by Eddie Podolak on the counter left. Podolak comes through in the clutch. Under 7 to play in this first quarter. Chiefs stick with the 4 wide. Zone coverage for the Dolphins. Motion, top of the screen for Kansas City. Dawson looks to throw. Pocket holds up. A quick out to Pitts. Incomplete. Pitts made his turn right at the sticks. Lloyd Mumford on the coverage. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs at their 45. I formation now. More traditional set for Kansas City. Hayes the up back. Podolak behind him. Arbanis back in at tight end. Pitts, Taylor the wideouts. Dawson barks out the signals under center. Dawson hands it to Wendell Hayes. Hayes the big back. busts through one tackle before he's torpedoed by Jake Scott. Gain of 6. 3rd and 4 for the Chiefs at the Miami 39. Stram sticks with the a staggered backfield with Hayes and Podolak. Dawson under center on 3rd and 4. Man coverage for the Dolphins. Dawson looks, throws deep middle post off the fingertips of Frank Pitts. That could have been a big play. Pitts had a step on Lloyd Mumford. Dawson led him just a bit too far. 4th and 4. Wilson will punt, try to pin the Dolphins back. Aiming for the sidelines. That's going to, again, with that strong wind at his back, Wilson puts it into the end zone. 45 yards, touchback. Dolphins start 1st and 10 at their 20. Zonka and Kick are your backs. Warfield, Twilly, the wideouts. Marv Fleming, the tight end. Greasy under center. Man coverage for the Chiefs. Zonka, sweep left. Picks up 10. 1st down, Bobby Bell finally corrals Larry Zonka. Dolphins at their 30 on 1st and 10. It's a blitz. Zonka up the middle. Bounces right past the blitzer. Picks up 5 before Jim Kearney can bring down the human tank Larry Zonka. 2nd and 5 for the Dolphins at their 35. About 4 minutes to play in this first quarter of the divisional playoff game. 2 tight ends set now as Seipel comes in. He's the 2nd tight end. Fleming, Warfield to the top. It's a very tight run formation for Miami. Zonka, the up back, Kick behind him. On 2nd and 5. Greasy, play action, throws to Seipel. He breaks a tackle. The backup tight end picks up 9. That was a clever pass play by the Dolphins. They move the chains. 3:28 and counting. Dolphins going into a strong wind. Seipel goes off the field. Twilly, the wideout, comes on. It's a split backfield of Zonka and Kick. Man coverage for the Chiefs. Pitch out to Zonka. Zonka struggles for 1 or 2. 2-yard gain. Jerry Mays and company bring down Zonka. 2nd and 8 for the Dolphins at their 46. They're going to go 4 wide. Zonka and Fleming come off the field. Richardson and Noonan come on. Warfield between Richardson and Noonan. To the bottom of the screen, Howard Twilly. Thomas on him. Looks like a zone coverage for the Chiefs. Kick the setback. It's a blitz. Greasy under duress. Hits Kick in the middle. Kick will pick up 6. Tackled by Willie Lanier. Lanier really came in hard with that hit on Kick. 3rd and 2 for the Dolphins. Greasy did a nice job there. Was very cool and collective under pressure. So 3rd and 2. Everyone up in the box for the Chiefs. Ball at the Kansas City 48. Play action fake. Greasy looking, throwing deep sideline. Warfield has it. 10-5. Knocked out of bounds. Bob Greasy on the 3rd and short goes play action fake to Paul Warfield. It's a gain of 44. They mark Warfield as he's knocked out of bounds. They'll spot it at the Kansas City 4. Let's watch a replay in slow motion. That play action fake really caught the Chiefs back on their heels. Greasy really laid it nicely. You can see safety help trying to get over, but it's too late. Warfield is open, and he is almost in like Errol Flynn. Does get ridden out of bounds inside the 5. They'll spot it at the Kansas City 4. 1st and goal. We have an injury on the field. We missed that. Jim Lynch of the Chiefs got his bell rung. Bob Stein will come in at right outside linebacker. And you know when someone gets their bell rung, what we sing? Ring my bell, ring my bell. Mr. Lynch will be looking for a Snickers bar. While he looks for a Snickers bar, I will take a swig of water. So Miami threatening to take the lead here. 1st and goal at the Kansas City 4. 2 tight end set, I formation. Zonka, the up back, Kick behind him. Can they punch it in? Kansas City playing the run. It's Greasy to his right and in. He faked the pitch and went in for 6. A 4-yard touchdown jaunt by Bob Greasy. Bob Greasy in like Errol Flynn. Let's watch that in slow motion. Here's Greasy. Faked a little pitch. Touchdown. Miami strikes first. They lead 6-0 in this divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Joining us here in Kansas City, Frank Wainscott. Hope all is well. As Frank says, Al, happy Saturday. Well, happy Saturday to you, my friend. Let's watch that replay one more time in slow motion. Beautifully designed play. Excellent job by the Miami line, pinching to the in, allowing Greasy to get around the corner for 6. The Garo Yepremian extra point. The kick is up. And good. 7-0 Dolphins. 1:27 to play in the first quarter. Yepremian to kick off. Chiefs fans a bit chagrin there. From 2 yards deep comes Holmes. Holmes to a left, zigzags right down the middle now. Takes it to about the 29, and that's where they'll spot it. 30-yard return by Robert Holmes. 1:14 left in the first quarter. 7-0 Dolphins. Chiefs look to answer. Taylor and Pitts are your wideouts. Hayes and Podolak, the running backs. Dawson under center. Arbanis, the tight end. Dawson gives it to Hayes. Hayes dropped in the backfield. Nick Bonacani, Springfield, Massachusetts native, Notre Dame grad, with a tremendous hit and tackle, 1-yard loss. And Wendell Hayes, on that pop, goes off the field, limping. Robert Holmes comes in. So Holmes in for Hayes. I formation now. Podolak behind him. 2nd and 11 for the Chiefs. Lenny Dawson takes it himself. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Lenny Dawson took 2 steps back and took off. Picks up 9 before safety Jake Scott on the hit. 3rd and 2 for the Chiefs. Under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Ball at the Kansas City 37. Holmes, Podolak are your running backs. Taylor, Pitts the wideouts. Arbanis the tight end. 3rd and short. They will not get the playoff. So after 15 minutes of football in this divisional playoff game from windy Kansas City, the Chiefs are looking up at the scoreboard. Miami 7, Kansas City nothing. We switch sides. Now the Chiefs will be going into the wind. 3rd and 2. Dolphins decide to play zone on 3rd and 2. 4 wide out set for the Chiefs. Podolak up the gut, bounces to the outside, 1st down and more. Closing in on midfield. The middle closed up on Eddie Podolak, but he kept his feet, bounced left, picked up 11 before Lloyd Mumford would bring down Ed Podolak. Big conversion there for the Chiefs. 1st and 10 at their 48. Back to a more traditional set with Taylor and Pitts, the wideouts, Arbanis the tight end, Podolak and Holmes the running backs. Dawson hands it to Podolak. Podolak traps the middle. No gain. Excellent job by the front 7 of the Dolphins. 2nd and 10. The Chiefs attempt it again. Dawson to throw. Pocket holds up. He's throwing a post pattern. Incomplete. Otis Taylor made a dive at it. Dick Anderson running step for step. Dawson had to lead it out there because Anderson was right there with Otis Taylor. 3rd and 10 now for the Chiefs. 3rd and 10. 4 wide for Kansas City. Pitts to the bottom, 3 to the top. Porter, Taylor, Richardson, Podolak in the backfield. Zone coverage for the Dolphins. Dawson looking to convert. Motion, bottom of the screen. Dawson, incomplete. A little behind Lou Porter. Some miscommunication there between Porter and Dawson. Johnson in coverage, though if they were able to hook up, I think they would have completed it. But neither here nor there, it's incomplete. Chiefs will punt with Wilson. Wilson to get the punt off. He does. Into a strong wind. The ball will bounce out of bounds inside the 10. Good job by Jarrell Wilson. 43-yard punt. Wendell Hayes, word from the Chiefs sideline. Wendell Hayes will be back on the field for the offense next. 13-19 left in the first half. Miami 7, Kansas City nothing. JT 2.0 has joined us here in Kansas City. He says, hello. And he says, hope all is well. All is well here, JT. Same back at you. Frank Wainscott. Is USC coach John Robinson in the Chiefs secondary? I would say no. Is it? I don't think. Is that him? I don't know. Last time I thought I was right on something. I was wrong. Wow. No, maybe it was. I don't know. Is that Frank? You tell me. I do not know, my friend. Zonka and Kick are your backs. Fleming's the tight end. Fleming from those great Packer teams. Warfield, Twilly, your wideouts. Greasy under center. Ball at the Miami 9. 13-19 left in the first half. 7-0 Miami. Greasy. Zonka left. Nothing. In fact, no. They'll say he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Big Buck Buchanan brought down Larry Zonka. 2nd and 10 for the Dolphins. Pitch out to Zonka, the fullback. Strung out. If you get the big back running laterally and he can't turn upfield, he struggles. Buck Buchanan again runs him down. Only a 2-yard gain for Zonka. 3rd and 8 for Miami from their 11. Kick and Zonka your split backs. Twilly, Warfield the wideouts. Fleming the tight end. Greasy under center. Zone coverage for the Chiefs. Greasy to throw. Lots of time. Pumps. Looks. Throws. Incomplete. Greasy decided to go downfield to Warfield on the post pattern. Incomplete. Miami to punt. Seipel to punt from out of his end zone. Chiefs hoping for big field position here. From the 40 comes Mitchell. Eludes the first tackler as he went right. Picks up 5 on the 47-yard punt. Chiefs will start 1st and 10 at their 47. They trail 7-0. Cleve Baseball Fan 879 says, not John Robinson, the Rams and USC coach. Frank Wainscott says, yes, it is. I do not know. I did not know if that John Robinson played professional football. But I don't know. So I honestly don't know. Someone will have to look it up. As Cleve Baseball Fan says, that's Johnny Robinson playing safety. Taylor and Pitts are your wideouts. This Johnny Robinson, as JT chimes in, JT 2.0, Johnny Robinson that played at LSU. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at their 47. They trail 7-0. It's a sweep to Ed Podolak. Podolak gains the left, picks up 8 before he's brought down from a chasing Nick Bonacani. 2nd and 2. 2 tight end set now for the Chiefs. Arbanis and Billy Cannon, I do believe that is. Full house backfield, Hayes, McAvee, and Podolak. Dawson under center on 2nd and short. Handoff, Podolak to the right, Burrows, first down. Burrowed for 2 yards. Kansas City picks up a new set of downs. Ball at the Miami 43. Taylor and Pitts back on the field now for the Chiefs. Man coverage for the Dolphins. Dawson takes it himself. Unbelievable. Catching the no-name defense flat-footed. Dawson picks up 11. Ball at the Miami 32. Dawson brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Miami looks like they're playing man coverage here. Dawson hands it to Wendell Hayes. Hayes plows for 4 on the off-tackle right. Curtis Johnson on the tackle for the Dolphins. 2nd and 6, about 9:10 to play in this first half. 7-0 Miami. Divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship. Podolak and Hayes are your backs. Pitts, Otis Taylor, the wideouts. Arbanis, the tight end. 2nd and 6. Motion. Chiefs, top of the screen. Run opposite motion. Podolak to the left. Gets around the corner. Picks up 3. Doug Swift on the tackle of Ed Podolak. 3rd and 3. Under 9 to play in the half. Dawson under center, surveys the situation. Looks like man coverage on 3rd and 3. You might be able to trap the middle. The D-line is out wide. The down 4 is out wide for the Dolphins. It's a blitz. Quick hitter, Arbanis. Arbanis Fred heading for the end zone, tripped up. A last-second lunging, diving tackle by Curtis Johnson as Fred Arbanis was headed to the promised land. Gain of 18. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Here's the blitz. Dawson reads it perfectly, hits Arbanis on a quick little out. Tripped up from behind. But the Chiefs have it first and goal for the Miami 7. Hayes and Podolak the backs. Arbanis still in at tight end. Otis Taylor to the top. Frank Pitts to the bottom. They are the wideouts. Dawson under center. Man coverage for the Dolphins on first and goal. It's a blitz. Arbanis over the middle. Incomplete. Dick Anderson gets his hand on the football. So second and goal now for the Chiefs. 7:45 left in the first half. Chiefs looking to tie it. Miami's up 7-0. Man, zone coverage. Why, Dolphins? Why? That's the question. Podolak takes it inside the 5 on the off-tackle left. Bonacani on the tackle. It's only a 2-yard gain for Podolak. Big third and goal now from the Miami 5. About 7 to play in the first half. Chiefs again look to stretch out the no-name defense. It looks like Scott is doubling Otis Taylor, number 13. You can see him sliding over towards that way. Podolak the lone setback. Richardson, Taylor, Porter to the top. They're wideouts. Frank Pitts is the wideout to the bottom. Third and goal from the Miami 5. What does Dawson have up his sleeve? Dawson to throw. Incomplete pass was intended for Gloucester Richardson. Bob Petrella got his hands on it. Seldom used Bobby Petrella. That will bring out most likely the field goal team. We have an injury on the field for the Chiefs. Gloucester Richardson goes limping off the field. We'll get a sideline report in moments. Jan Stenerud for the field goal. It's good. Livingston was the holder. Chiefs are on the board. 7-3 Dolphins. So a very good drive. Dolphins defense tightened up at the end to limit the Chiefs to 3 points. The Stenerud 12-yard field goal. Stenerud to kick off with 6:53 to play in this first half of football. Divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship. From the end zone comes Ginn. Not gin. I think I've been drinking gin. That's Hubert Ginn. Takes it to the 18. Good kick coverage by the Chiefs. 6:40 to play in the first half. Miami looks to ground and pound. 2 tight end sets, Seipel and Fleming. Warfield, very tight to the line, just to the outside of Marv Fleming, top of the screen. The lone wideout. Zonka, the up back, kick behind him. 1st and 10. Kick. Throws! Complete to Warfield. A little razzle-dazzle, but quickly closing on the play was Johnny Robinson out of LSU. Let's watch that over. Miami's happy. We're doing it in slow motion. So a halfback option pass by Kick. Looked beautiful there. And Miami thought they were going to get a lot more, but Robinson, with a great reaction, limits that to 15 yards. 1st down and 10 for the Dolphins at their 33. Kick and Zonka are in the backfield. Zone coverage for the Chiefs. Greasy, Kick on the sweep right, picks up a block. Then Burrows for a couple extra yards. That 7-yard gain by Jim Kick to the right. Lanier on the tackle, flag on the play.
Illegal block. Offense.
Oh, I guess that second block that Kick picked up was illegal. Shame, shame, shame. So back up the bus. It'll make it 1st and 20 for the Dolphins at their 23. Chiefs playing zone coverage. Greasy to throw. Lots of time. Complete. No! Marv Fleming bobbled it and dropped it. That will make it 2nd and 20. Word from the Chiefs sidelines, Gloucester Richardson seems A-OK and ready to play. As there's a slight delay in the action, I'll take a sip of water. Joining us in Kansas City, JT 2.0, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out that wonderful channel. Just posted another Cleveland Indian baseball game from 2004, I believe. And I'm almost done listening to that. I have a couple more innings to listen to. Frank Wainscott. Thank you, gentlemen. So 2nd and 20. for the Dolphins at their 23. This looks like a 3-deep zone for the Chiefs, I believe. Motion for Miami. Greasy to throw. Middle. Intercepted by Bobby Bell. Bobby Bell read Bob Greasy's eyes all the way. He makes the pick at the 33. Here's the replay in slow motion. And I do believe this was a 3-deep zone. Let me watch. Yep, that's a 3-deep zone. Greasy. Bad choice by Bob Greasy. Bob Greasy also a Purdue grad, correct? So Dawson and Greasy both graduated from Purdue, I believe. So a big interception by the Chiefs. Second turnover. Is that the second turnover by the Dolphins? We'll check in a moment. I formation, 2 tight end set for the Chiefs. Hayes the up back, Podolak behind him. Dawson under center. Dawson play action fake. Dawson throwing deep sidelines. Intercepted by Dick Anderson. So the Chiefs give it right back. The Chiefs give it right back. Dick Anderson saves the day for the Dolphins. Here's the replay in slow motion. I believe that pass was intended for Arbanis. I think that was for Arbanis. Yes, but Dick Anderson picks it off. Bob's Tabletop Sports just joined us. Check out that wonderful channel. He says, this is Bob's Tabletop Sports in the chat, in the press booth, as we like to say. My dad was in the same fraternity as Greasy at Purdue. And Len Dawson went to Purdue also, I believe, right? I think. So a huge pickoff by the Dolphins. Miami, 1st and 10 at their 14 with a precarious 4-point lead. They're holding on. 7-3 Miami. Zonka and Kick are your backs. Warfield and Twilly the wideouts. Fleming's the tight end. 1st and 10 for Miami. Greasy, play action. Throws to Kick out of the backfield. Kick gets it to the 20. And that's where they'll spot it. Willie Lanier brings him down. That's a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 for Miami. 4:53 and counting in this first half of this divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Greasy barks out the signals. Play action. Pumps. Throws to Kick again. Incomplete. Lynch on the coverage. 3rd and 4. 4:47 left in the half. Kick and Zonker are your backs. Fleming's the tight end. Twilly to the top of the screen. Warfield to the bottom. They're your wide receivers. 3rd and 4. What will the Dolphins and Greasy do here? Motion out of the backfield. It's a blitz. Kick. Opposite motion. Oh, what a hit. What a tackle by Willie Lanier denying Jim Kick the 4th yard. Kick picks up 3 and a big booyah hit by Willie Lanier. 4th and 1. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Look at the hit by the middle linebacker, Willie Lanier. Look at that. Bam! Right there. 4th and 1. Seipel to punt. Try to draw the Chiefs offsides. The Chiefs are very disciplined there. It's a good punt by Seipel. Fair catch by Podolak at the Kansas City 28. Again, the wind is with the Dolphins at the moment. That's a 49-yard punt. Bob's Tabletop Sports says Greasy was a year behind his father at Purdue. So the Chiefs down by 4. They have all 3 timeouts. 4:01 left in the first half. Hayes and Podolak are your running backs. Frank Pitts and Otis Taylor, the wideouts. Arbanis, the tight end. Dawson under center on 1st and 10 from the Kansas City 28. It's a blitz. Quick hitter to Arbanis. So Dawson reads the blitz. Hits Arbanis for 4, tackled by Dick Anderson. 2nd and 6 for the Chiefs at their 32. Zone coverage for Miami. Podolak brought down in the backfield. He tried to bounce left off the line plunge, loses a yard. John Richardson and company bring down Ed Podolak. 3rd and 7. Chiefs go 4 wide. Porter, Taylor, Richardson to the top, Pitts to the bottom. Podolak the lone setback on 3rd and 7. No safety help. Everyone up. Incomplete to Porter. So Dawson not finding it easy as the Dolphins are choking off the passing lanes. 4th and 7. Johnson was in coverage of Porter. Wilson to punt from his 15. Flag on the play. Wilson gets the punt off into the wind. Jake Scott calls for the fair catch, 34-yard punt. Miami takes over on their 35. What's the flag?
Offsides. Defense.
Offsides. Miami 4th and 2. Chiefs will punt again. Can they draw the Dolphins off again? No flag this time. Wilson looking for a better punt. Jake Scott, fair catch again, this time at the Miami 27. So the Chiefs like that a little better. They would have liked that the Dolphins jumped off sides one more time. 2:33 to play in the first half of this divisional playoff game. Miami 7, Kansas City 3. Dolphins, 1st and 10. Zonka, kick. The running backs, Twilly, Warfield, the receivers, Fleming the tight end, Greasy under center on 1st and 10. It's a blitz. Greasy under duress. Dumps it to Zonka. Zonka picks up 6 before being brought down by Bobby Bell. Excellent job by Bob Greasy to avoid the backside pressure. 2nd and 4 for the Dolphins at their 33. Motion for Miami, top of the screen. It's the 2-minute warning. They'll take it to the 2-minute warning. With 2 minutes to play, both teams have all 3 timeouts in the first half. Miami decide. Oh, there goes Miami. They get a play off quickly, and it's in slow motion because Warfield complete out of bounds. First down. As I wanted to click the pause button. Now let's watch that replay in actual speed. They went 4 wide, 3 to the bottom. You can see Warfield drove off his defender as the other 2 receivers cleared out. That was a gain of 6, 1st and 10 for Miami. We have an injury on the field for Kansas City. Defensive left end Jerry Mays is down. He limps off the field. Marvin Upshaw comes in for the Chiefs. Ball at the Miami 39. Richardson and Warfield to the top. Noonan and Twilly to the bottom. So they go 4 wide. Fleming is off the field. Zonka is off the field. Kick the lone setback. Everyone up in the box for Kansas City. Screen to kick. Kick has some blockers. Kick will cross midfield. 45 and knocked out of bounds. Well-designed screen by the Dolphins. Kick picks up 16 yards. They'll spot it at the Kansas City 45. 1:46 left in this first half for the Dolphins and the Chiefs. Greasy screens the kick again. Incomplete. Chiefs read that play better. Flag on the play. What is the flag?
Holding. Offense.
Holding on the Chiefs. Back up the bus, Gus. Don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key. Lee, set yourself free. 1st and 20 for the Dolphins at their 45. 1:39 left in the half. Noonan, Warfield, Richardson to the bottom of the screen. Twilly to the top. Jim Kick, once again, the lone setback in this 2-minute offense. Greasy to throw. Looking. Tries to hit Kick. The safety valve out of the backfield. Incomplete. Willie Lanier on the coverage of Jim Kick. 2nd and 20. 1:33 left in the first half. Looks like a 3-deep zone for the Chiefs. Greasy looks for the seam. The seam wasn't there. Try to hook up with Carl Noonan. Incomplete. 3rd and 20. This is definitely a 3-deep zone for the Chiefs. Greasy looking. Throwing downfield, sideline, incomplete. Marcellus was on the coverage of Willie Richardson. So 4th and 20, Seipel to punt. Flag on the play. 7-3 Dolphins. Ed Podolak from about the 6. Podolak with a good return to the 25. They'll spot it at the 26. I think the flag is on the Chiefs.
Illegal procedure.
No, it's on Miami.
Offense.
Kansas City declines. They'll take the ball 1st and 10 at their 26. 1:13 left in this first half divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Miami 7, Kansas City 3. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Dawson under center, Ed Podolak in the backfield. Very dangerous out of the backfield. Porter, Taylor, Richardson to the top of the screen. Frank Pitts to the bottom. I would screen to Ed Podolak here against his zone coverage. That's what I would do. Dawson's going to throw. Out. Porter makes the catch and steps out of bounds. Gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Word from the Kansas City sidelines, Jerry Mays, the defensive left end, has recovered and will be back on the field defensively when next the Chiefs take the field. So 2nd and 1 for Kansas City at their 35. Dawson facing zone coverage. And the Chiefs are called for a false start.
False start. Offense.
That will make it 2nd and 6. Screen, Podolak. Podolak picks up a block. First down, and more. He breaks the tackling. Oh, just tripped up before midfield. That's a gain of 19. Let's see if the Chiefs call a timeout, and they do. They immediately call a timeout. Let's watch the replay. Oh, no, they're not going to let me do that. Okay, here's the play. Try to hit Podolak out of the backfield. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, 53 seconds. I wanted to show you the Podolak screen pass. The next play was incomplete to Podolak. So 53 seconds left in the half. Miami's up 7-3. Kansas City has it at their 49. Taylor and Pitts are your wideouts. Arbanis back on the field at tight end. Hayes the up back. Podolak behind him. Zone coverage for the Dolphins. Dawson rolls away from the pressure. Looks, throws, middle. Trying to hook up with Pitts. No, that was Wendell Hayes. Excuse me. Incomplete. Doug Swift on the coverage. 3rd and 10. 46 seconds left in the first half. Chiefs trying to convert here. Dawson looking. Lots of time. Middle. Incomplete. Pass batted down. The play was intended for Otis Taylor. Once again, Doug Swift is there. Kansas City will punt. Wilson to punt. Flag on the play. Wilson angling for the sidelines. Mercury Morris takes a big pop on the 39-yard punt. No gain, but what's the flag?
Offsides. Defense.
Offsides defense. 4th and 5 for Kansas City. Wow, I probably would have declined that. They're going to punt again, though. I probably would have declined. If this flag's on Miami, they got a first down. Ball bounces into the end zone. Who's the penalty on?
Offsides. Defense.
Well, Kansas City and Hickstrom were correct. 2 offsides in a roll by the Dolphins has Don Shula going insane on the Miami sidelines. They have just given the Chiefs 10 free yards and a new set of downs. So Kansas City gets a reprieve by the flag gods. 29 seconds left in the half. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the Miami 41. 4 wide for Kansas City. Porter, Taylor to the top. Richardson and Pitts to the bottom. The dangerous Ed Podolak in the backfield. 1st and 10. Dawson looks, throws a quick out to Porter. Steps out, picks up 4. 2nd and 6. 25 seconds left in the half. Pitch out to Podolak. Podolak turns the corner. Big run, and he gets out of bounds. Gain of 13 to easy Ed Podolak. Ball at the Miami 24. 20 seconds left in the first half. Kansas City still has, they have 2 timeouts. They're going to go 4 wide. Pitts and Richardson to the bottom. Porter and Otis Taylor to the top. Podolak, the very dangerous setback. I would run a draw with Podolak here. That's what I would do. Dawson, try to hit Pitts on a quick hook. Flag on the play. Mumford in coverage.
Holding. Offense.
Oh, it's holding on the Chiefs. That's going to back them up to the Miami 34. 1st and 20, 15 seconds left in the half. Zone coverage for Miami. Another flag on the Chiefs. Incomplete to Taylor. Bob's Tabletop Sports says second half they need to screen to Podolak a lot more. I agree. That's going to be on the Chiefs, this
Illegal
penalty.
procedure.
They're going to back themselves out of field goal range. You're at their Miami 39 now. Stenerud will attempt the extremely long field goal. Livingston puts it down. Stenerud strikes it. It's no good. 46-yard attempt wide left. The score is still 7-3, 3 seconds left in the half. Greasy, what will he do here? They're nuts. They're going to try to throw the ball. Greasy scrambling, and he is sacked. Oh, a dangerous play call there for the Dolphins. That will end the first half. Aaron Brown on the beheading sack of Bob Greasy. 1 half down, 1 half to go. The Dolphins, 30 minutes away from advancing to the AFC Championship game, 7-3 Miami. Kansas City offense has been stymied. The no-name defense has come up big. Miami to kick off. Gary Apremian, as we start the third quarter, strikes the ball with his foot. 2 yards deep comes Holmes for the Chiefs. Holmes, shimmy sham, spins. 30, brought down around the 33. Excellent return by Robert Holmes. Elementary, my dear Watson. 14:47 to play in the third quarter. Miami up 7-3. Arbanis back in at tight end. Podolak and Wendell Hayes are your running backs. Taylor and Pitts, the wideout. Zone coverage for Miami on 1st and 10. Motion for the Chiefs, bottom of the screen. Dawson hands it to the fullback Hayes. Stopped for a yard loss by Johnny Richardson and company. Excellent job by the no-name defense there. 2nd and 11 for Kansas City. Dawson facing zone coverage, 3 deep. Hits on his Taylor. Taylor crosses midfield, 45 and tripped up. A big play. Dawson to Taylor for 26 yards. Replay, slow motion. Dolphins dropping a 3 deep zone. No pressure on Dawson. Taylor finds the seam. Crosses midfield. A big play for your Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down and 10 at the Miami 42. Dawson brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Dawson pitches to Wendell Hayes. Wendell Hayes cuts back middle. Burrows for 5. Tackled by Mike Colon. Not semicolon, but colon. 2nd and 5. Dawson and the Chiefs trying to take the lead here. Remember, Stenerud missed that long field goal attempt as the half came to an end. Dawson to throw. Lots of time. Middle. Arbanis with the reception. Tackled by Johnson. That's a gain of 16. Chiefs clicking on all cylinders to start off the third quarter. Chiefs trail 7-3. 1st and 10 for Kansas City at the Miami 21. Dawson, very cool, calm, and collective under center. Facing zone coverage. Sweep to Podolak. Podolak to his left. Struggles. No gain. Swarmed over by the Miami Dolphins. The Fins are here to win. 2nd and 10. Dawson surveys the situation. Motion, top of the screen for the Chiefs. Pitch to Podolak with the motion, struggles for 2. Actually, they'll move the ball back 1. I thought he picked up 2. Jim Riley on the stop of Easy Ed Podolak. Stenerud warms his leg on the sidelines. The Chiefs go 4 wide. Richardson and Pitts to the bottom. Porter and Taylor to the top. Podolak, the setback. Zone coverage. Why? I never understand zone coverage inside the red zone. That's just me. Motion for the Chiefs. Top of the screen. It's a blitz. They pick it up. Dawson throws opposite motion. Pitts batted away by Jake Scott. Excellent play by the safety Jake Scott. We'll see Jan Stenerud. He'll try to pull Kansas City to within 1. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Livingston puts it down. Stenerud strikes it. It's good. 7-6 Miami. Stenerud makes the 27-yarder. The Chiefs still have not been able to penetrate the end zone. 10:31 left in the third quarter of this divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship. Stenerud to kick off into the wind. Dolphins hoping for a big return. 2 yards deep in the end zone. Mercury Morris takes a knee. Bobbled the ball. Wisely took a knee. Miami has it 1st and 10 at their 20. Zonka, the up back, kick behind him. Twilly, Warfield, your wideouts. Warfield to the bottom of the screen. Fleming, the tight end, bottom of the screen. Greasy under center. Looks like man coverage here for the Chiefs. Kick to the left, picks up 11. Beautiful blocking by Miami, led by Larry Zonka, the fullback. 11 yards for Jimmy Kick, under 10 to play in the third quarter. 1st down again for the Dolphins. It's a run blitz. Kick. Good job by Kick. Spinning, churning, never giving up. Picks up 2 when it looked like all was lost. 2nd and 8 for the Dolphins. I formation for Miami. Greasy throws. Incomplete. Warfield saw Jimmy Marsalis coming And Warfield just pulled his arms back a bit. 3rd and 8. Dolphins go 4 wide. 3 to the bottom. Noonan, Warfield, Richardson. Howard, Twilly to the top. Jim kicked the lone setback. Very dangerous out of the backfield. Greasy under center. 3rd and 8. Looks like a 2-deep zone for the Chiefs. It's a blitz. They pick it up. Greasy throws. Kick complete. Crosses midfield. 45-40. Tripped up at the 38 of Kansas City. Here come the Dolphins. We will watch that play over in slow motion. They blitzed. Kick. They pick up the blitz. You can see there's no linebacker there to help out in coverage. That was the blitzing side. That's where the linebacker came from. Kick and Greasy were able to exploit it. Greasy read the blitz quite well. One more time. Watch it in slow motion. I will pause. There's the, see right there. Let's go back. And go. See, there's the blitzing linebacker. Beautiful play call. That opens up the space for kick. Big play for the Dolphins. Had you not blitzed the linebacker's there to help out in coverage. But that's what happens when the blitz doesn't get there, folks. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins at the Kansas City 38. Zonka back on the field along with Marv Fleming. Greasy barks out the signals on 1st down. It's Zonka to the right. Picks up 4 to 5. They'll spot it a 5-yard gain. Willie Lanier on the tackle. 2nd and 5, under 8 to play in the 3rd quarter. The backs go split now for Miami. Man coverage for the Chiefs. Greasy to throw. No, it's a flea flicker. Marv Fleming. Wow, they had me fooled. I didn't even know who had the ball. Pickup of 20. Here's a replay in slow motion. So they hand it off to Kick. Kick pitches back to Greasy, and they hit Fleming in the middle. Gain of 20. Some more razzle-dazzle by the Dolphins. Remember, they had the halfback option pass. Kick to Warfield. Now the flea flicker. Kick, Greasy, Fleming, 20 yards. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins at the Kansas City 13. That means they can get a 1st down at the 3 again. Why does a team play zone coverage this close? I don't know. Greasy play action. Throws Warfield. Incomplete. Marcellus over in the coverage on Paul Warfield. So a zone coverage, unless they're skewing to the out, you can always beat a zone to the out usually. I'm talking in real life too. It's just a harder throw for the quarterback. 2nd and 10. Kick and Zonka are the backs. Ball at the Kansas City 13. Motion, top of the screen. Greasy takes it to the left himself, ridden out of bounds, picks up 4. So 3rd and 6 for the Dolphins at the Kansas City 9. I formation now. 2 backs. Zonka, the up back, kick behind him. 3rd and 6. This is play action all the way. Twilly, incomplete. Emmett Thomas on the coverage of Howard Twilly. We're going to see Garo Yepremian to try to make it a 10-6 football game. This is a 13-yard field goal attempt. The snap. Chiefs jump. The kick is good. Now what do you do here? What do you do? I say you keep the points on the board. Let's see what Shula and the Dolphins do here.
Offsides, defense.
And that's just what the Miami Dolphins do. Don Shula says, decline, field goal good. 10-6 Miami, 6:17 to play in the 3rd quarter of this divisional playoff game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship. Garo Yepremian from Cyprus will kick off. Right? From Cyprus, I believe. From the end zone, Robert Holmes busts to the right. 28-yard return. They say he took it from the 1. Looked like from the end zone for me. They'll spot it. 1st and 10 for Kansas City at the Chiefs 29. They trail by 4, 6:04 to play in the 3rd quarter. Hayes and Podolak are your split backs. Arbanis the tight end. Pitts, Otis Taylor, your wideout. Zone coverage for the Dolphins. Dolphins jump. 5 free yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
Encroachment on the defense. Tight struggle here. Remember, Kansas City was the only team to pin a loss on the Cincinnati Bengals in our replay. 1st and 5 for the Chiefs. Podolak sweeps to the right. There's no bridge to Terabithia there. Brought down 3 yards deep in the backfield. That's a 3-yard loss. Doug Swift will be credited with the tackle, but he had a lot of help from his friends. 2nd and 8. Chiefs go full house backfield. Hayes, McAvee, and Podolak. Billy Cannon and Fred Arbanis, the tight ends. Pitch to McAvee. Struggles for 1 or 2, knocked out of bounds. It'll be a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 6, ball at the Kansas City 33. Now on a crucial 3rd and 6 with 4:51 left in the third quarter and the Chiefs trailing by 4. Hank Stram decides to go 4 wide. Porter, Taylor to the top. Richardson and Pitts to the bottom. The dangerous, easy Ed Podolak in the backfield. Dawson trying to convert here on 3rd and 6. It's a blitz. Dawson, they pick it up. He throws to the out. Complete to Richardson. 1st down. As the Chiefs encroach upon midfield. Gain of 14. Dawson to Gloucester Richardson. Ball at the Kansas City 47. Arbanis back on the field along with Hayes for the Chiefs. Hand off to Podolak. Podolak shimmy sham spins. Bounces to the left. Picks up 6. Nick Bonacani on the stop of easy Ed Podolak. 2nd and 4. 3:29 and counting in this third quarter. Dawson brings the offense to the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 4. Blitz, Dawson, quick hitter to the out to Otis Taylor. Flag on the play. I think that's on the Dolphins. They pick up 6. They move the chains. I think this is on the Dolphins. Dawson, calm with that pressure in his face. And you have to give a lot of credit to Otis Taylor reading blitz, quickly breaking off his route for the quick out.
Offsides, defense.
Kansas City declines. They'll take the 6 yards and the 1st down. 2:58. Kansas City going into the wind. 2 tight ends set with Billy Cannon and Fred Arbanis. Otis Taylor, the wide out to the outside of Arbanis, very tight to the line. I formation, Hayes the up back, Podolak behind him. Pitch to Ed Podolak. Podolak gains a corner, breaks 2 tackles, knocked out of bounds. It is a gain of 11. Ed Podolak running and running hard. Another 1st down for the Chiefs as they try to take the lead with 2:26 left in the third quarter. Miami 10, Kansas City 6. 1st and 10 at the 30. Play action. Dawson. Extra blockers. He's throwing deep sideline. Taylor. No good. Jake Scott goes up with Taylor. Bats the ball away. Dolphins fans and Don Shula breathe a sigh of relief. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs at the Miami 30. 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Full house backfield. Hayes, McAvee, and Podolak. 2 tight ends set for the Chiefs. Dawson screens to McAvee. McAvee brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Well read by the Dolphins. 3rd and 10. Stenerud warms his leg again. Porter, Taylor to the top. Richardson, Pitts to the bottom. Podolak, dangerous out of the backfield. This looks like a 3-deep zone for the Dolphins. 3rd and 10. Dawson looking to convert. Podolak stays in the block. Complete to Gloucester Richardson. 1st down. Gloucester Richardson finds the seam in that 3-deep zone. Picks up 16. Chiefs, with about a minute to play in the third quarter, going into the win, stick with a 4 wide receiver set. 1st and 10 for the Miami 14. Handoff. Podolak to the right. Not much at all. No gain, in fact. The front 7 win the day, or the down 4 actually, win the day for the Dolphins there. 2nd and 10, about 18 seconds left in this third quarter. Hayes and Podolak in the backfield. Podolak plunges the middle, picks up 3. Bonacani on the stop. We're coming to a conclusion of the third quarter. Time expires. 15 more minutes of football. Who shall be going to the AFC Championship game? Time of possession has been in the Chiefs' favor, but they're trailing, threatening to take the lead. Chiefs have 249 yards of total offense, 117 on the ground, 132 through the air. Miami has 79 yards on the ground, 165 through the air. So both teams doing what they can do to try to win. Fourth quarter. Chiefs will have their wind at the back. 3rd and 7 for the Chiefs at the Miami 11. Hank Stram and the Chiefs try to spread out the defense of the Dolphins. Pitts and Richardson to the top. Taylor and Porter to the bottom. Podolak in the backfield on 3rd and 7. Motion for the Chiefs. Dawson pumps, throws. Incomplete over the middle to Gloucester Richardson. Again, seldom used. Bobby Petrella makes the play. Jan Stenron will come out for the 18-yard field goal attempt. Is the wind in his face now? We'll see in a second. He should make this. The kick is up and good. It's a 1-point lead for the Dolphins. Stenerud makes it. 10-9. Chiefs fans still on edge here. They still trail. Here's the kickoff by the Chiefs. Yeah, it's going to go out of the end zone. Yes, so Miami's going into the wind, definitely. They have it 1st and 10 at their 20, going into the wind with a 1-point lead. Dolphins 10, Chiefs 9. Zonka and Kick are your running backs for Miami. Warfield and Twilly, the wideouts. Marv Fleming, the former Green Bay Packer, the tight end. Zone coverage for the Chiefs on 1st and 10. Handoff to Zonka. The fullback goes to the right, picks up 6. Willie Lanier on the tackle of Larry Zonka. 2nd and 4. Greasy calmly brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. Greasy hands it to Zonka. Zonka up the middle, another first down. 6 yards on the trap play. Larry Zonka, the Syracuse grad. Under 14 to play in this football game. Greasy and the Dolphins taking their time. Ball at their 32. Play action. Complete to Twilly over the middle. Bobby Bell on the tackle of Howard Twilly. 7 yards. 2nd and 3. 2 tight end set for Miami. I formation. Zonka the up back. Kick behind him on 2nd and 3. Motion. Bottom of the screen for the Dolphins. Zonka to the left. First down. Picks up the 3 yards. Ground and pound for Miami. About 12 minutes of play in this football game. Ball at the Miami. Oh, the Chiefs jump. Greasy was able to draw Kansas City offsides.
Encroachment. Defense.
1st and 5 for the Dolphins at their 47. 2:11 left in this football game. Winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Kick, Morris, Zonka, full house backfield. 2 tight end set for Miami. Everyone up in the box for Kansas City. Kick. Not much. He does turn the corner. Picks up 2. They were hoping for a lot more. Excellent lateral pursuit by the Chiefs. It was a 2-yard gain. Buck Buchanan rides him down. So 2nd and 3 now for Miami. They stick with a 2 tight end set. But Mercury Morris goes off the field. Paul Warfield back on the field. Zonka, the up back. Kick behind him. Chiefs have everyone up on the box. Zonka is going to get caught in the backfield. That was a huge loss of 4. The sweep right was a sweep to disaster. Knocked out of bounds. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7 for the Dolphins at their 45. Shula says, let's string him out. 4 wide for Miami. Warfield, Richardson to the top. Noonan, Twilly to the bottom. The dangerous Jim Kick in the backfield. Greasy under center. Man coverage for the Chiefs on this 3rd and 7. Greasy under duress. He is running for his life. He's scrambling and scrambling and scrambling. He is sacked. Spinning, turning. Finally brought down by the man named Aaron Brown. 13-yard loss by Bob Greasy. Don Shula is beside himself, screaming at his quarterback, throw the effing ball away. Let's watch that replay in actual speed. Spin one way. Spin the other way. Spin this way. And down you go, Mr. Bob Greasy. Seipel to punt from the Miami 15. What a huge Defensive stand by the Chiefs. Podolak calls for the fair catch at the Kansas City 29. 10-14 left in this football game. Miami clings to a 1-point lead. The Dolphins 10, the Chiefs 9. Chiefs have it at their 29 on 1st and 10. Podolak and Hayes are the running backs for Kansas City. Frank Pitts to the top of the screen. Otis Taylor to the bottom. They are your wide receivers. Don't sleep on Frank Arbanis. He'll burn you. He's the tight end on 1st and 10. Sweep to Podolak to the right. Picks up 4. Dick Anderson comes up to make the tackle. 2nd and 6 for Kansas City. A field goal will put him ahead. Under 10 to play. Wendell Hayes to the right. Picks up 4. Now make 3rd and 2. This is a big 3rd down. Under 9 to play in this game. Kansas City, they're not going to stretch it out. They're going to pack it in. Pack it in. Pack it in. We shall begin. Podolak, McVay, Hayes, in the backfield. Arbanis and Billy Cannon, the tight ends. 3rd and 2. How do you do on 3rd and 2? It's Podolak busting through. Big run by Podolak. 9 yards, knocked out of bounds. Podolak on the trap, busts through the middle, spins, bounces outside. Ball at the Kansas City 46. Here come the Chiefs. 8:21 left in this divisional playoff game. Dawson under center, both Purdue grads. On 1st and 10. Zone coverage for the Dolphins. Podolak keeps those legs churning. Looked like he was going to be stopped in the backfield. Picks up 2. Manny Fernandez brings down easy Ed Podolak. Under 8 to play in this football game. Dawson, very calm, cool and collective. 2nd and 8. Man coverage for the Dolphins. Motion, Chiefs, top of the screen. Sweep with motion. Podolak cuts back towards the middle, crosses midfield. Picks up 3. 3rd and 5 now for Kansas City. Under 7 minutes left in this football game. Now Hank Stram says, let's stretch this defense out. Pitts to the top. Richardson, Taylor, Porter to the bottom. Podolak, the lone setback on 3rd and 5. Man coverage for the Dolphins. And the Dolphins jump. Don Shula is F-bombing everybody on the sidelines and his players on the field. A free set of downs.
Defense.
A free set of downs for the Chiefs. 6:59 left in this football game. Kansas City has it 1st and 10 at the Miami 44. Stenerud warms his leg on the sidelines. He missed a long field goal. He's made 3 shorter ones. Pitts, Arbanis, Taylor are your receivers. Arbanis being the tight end. Podolak and Hayes your splitbacks on 1st and 10. Pitch to Podolak. Podolak to his left. Picks up a nice block. Racing down the sidelines. Picks up 16. A nice block. I think that was that Frank Pitts? Let's watch that slow motion replay. It was Frank Pitts who threw a really nice block on the defensive back. Also, excellent job by the Kansas City O-line on the sweep. 6:18 left in this football game. Chiefs trail by 1. 1st and 10 at the Miami 28. Motion for the Chiefs. Hayes right up the gut. Wendell Hayes for 5. Dick Anderson comes up from his safety spot with the torpedo tackle. 2nd and 5. Under 6 to play in the football game. Dawson leading a beautiful drive here for the Chiefs. Ball at the Miami 23. Pitch to Podolak. Podolak picks up a block again, racing down the sidelines, close to the 10. An 11-yard run. They move the ball back a bit. It's at the Miami 12. Another 1st down for the Chiefs. How many yards for Ed Podolak? 25 carries, 123 yards, 4.9 yards a carry. Back to the football game. Oh, is this the replay? There's the replay. So that's the replay. 1st down and 10 now. Ball at the Miami 12. 4:56 left in the football game. Miami with a precarious 1-point lead. Looks like that's going to go away, but you never know in football. Podolak and Wendell Hayes are the running backs. Fred Arbanis, the tight end for Kansas City. Otis Taylor to the bottom of the screen. Frank Pitts to the top. They're the wideouts for the Chiefs. Dawson, the Purdue grad, under center. Why Miami's playing zone coverage near the end zone, I don't know. It's a blitz. Podolak is smushed. Struggles for a yard. Even when Ed Podolak is smushed, he never gives up. 2nd and 9. About 4 minutes to play. McAvee now in for Podolak. Motion. Dawson throws. McAvee. Incomplete. Or McVeigh. I have no clue. I call him McAvee. 3rd and 9. 4:10 left in the football game. Podolak back on the field, going off McAvee and Hayes, along with Arbanis. Chiefs go 4 wide. Pitts to the top. Richardson, Taylor, Porter to the bottom. 3rd and 9. Zone coverage. Here's a zone blitz. The throw. Incomplete. Last second, Lloyd Munford gets his hands on the football intended for Gloucester Richardson at the front pylon. Here comes Jan Stenerud for the 18-yard field goal attempt that will give the Chiefs the lead. The snap, the place, the kick is up, and good! Kansas City is now up 12-10. Stenerud 5 field goal attempts. He's made 4, and that's been good enough so far, but is the 4th field goal the one that closes the door on Miami. 3:59 left in this divisional playoff game. The road to the AFC Championship goes through Kansas City at the moment. Stenerud to kick off. Dolphins, all 3 timeouts. From the goal line comes Ginn. Ginn races down the sidelines, crosses the 20, tackled at the 22. Miami, 1st and 10 at their 22. Zonka, kick, are your running backs. Warfield, Twilly, the wideouts. Fleming's the tight end. Zone coverage for the Chiefs. Motion, bottom of the screen for Miami. Pitch, opposite motion. Zonka struggles, picks up 3 to 4. It's a 4-yard gain. Willie Lanier on the tackle. 3:06 and counting in the football game. Greasy, play action. Both backs stay in the block. Complete to Twilly. Twilly breaks a tackle, races to the outside and out of bounds. 17 yards. Watch this replay in slow motion. Look at the job that Kick and Zonka do, picking up the blitz, giving Greasy that extra time to hit Howard Twilly. Twilly spins, gets to the outside, and out of bounds. 17 yards. Dolphins looking to come back Cobra Kai style. The wind is in the Dolphins' face. Ball at the Miami 43. What was joy and jocularity when Stenerud made that field goal here in Kansas City has now become concerns. Noonan, Warfield, Richardson to the top of the screen for the Dolphins. Howard Twilly, who just made that reception, the lone receiver towards the bottom. The dangerous Jim Kick, the running back. Zone coverage for the Chiefs, 1st and 10. Greasy throws, quick hitter to Warfield, immediately brought down by Jim Marsalis. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Greasy, play action, both backs stay in, throwing for the sidelines, complete to Tilly, out of bounds. Another reception by Howard Twilly, 14 yards. Dolphins with 2:18 to play, going into the wind. They want to get as close as possible. They obviously want to score a touchdown. They trail by 2. This time it's Garo Yepremian, the diminutive from Cyprus, Cyprian, warms his leg on the Dolphins sidelines. Don Shula is beside himself. Warfield, Twilly the wideouts, Fleming's the tight end, Zonka and Kick the running backs. Kick bounces left. That's a nice pickup by Jimmy Kick of 6 yards. Bobby Bell brings him down. Kansas City defense struggling on this drive. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here. And that's it. 2-minute warning. The Dolphins take it to the 2-minute warning. They trail by 2. The ball is at the Kansas City 31, 2nd and 4. There's not a fingernail to be had by Chiefs fans here in Kansas City. Again, the Dolphins are going into a very strong wind. This field goal is not a sure thing. 2nd and 4, 2 tight end set for Miami. I formation. Zonka the up back. Kick behind him. Warfield the lone wideout. Everyone up in the box for the Chiefs on 2nd and 4. Greasy pitches to Zonka. Zonka brought down in the backfield. Loss of 3. Jim Lynch would not be denied. He breaks through, stays low, wrapped up Zonka. And then the Chiefs swarm down the Syracuse grad. Miami hurries to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7. Under 2 minutes to play. From the Kansas City 34. Zone coverage for the Chiefs. Play action fake. Zonka to kick. Kick makes the catch for 3 yards. Wrapped up by Willie Lanier. 4th and 4. 1 minute left in this football game. Garo Yepremian comes onto the field. The diminutive one. This will be a 38-yard attempt for the lead. A 38-yard attempt. Can Garo Yepremian make it? Tension on the Dolphins sidelines. Tension on the Chiefs sidelines. Tension here in the stadium. Tension throughout the TV viewing, radio listening audience. Here it is. The snap to place. Yepremian puts the kick up. It is good! Garo Yepremian jumps for joy as he makes the 38-yarder. Miami once again regains the lead, 13-12. Holy cow, 54 seconds left in this divisional playoff game. The winner advances to the AFC Championship game. Yepremian to kick off. Chiefs have all 3 timeouts. Miami has all 3 timeouts. JT 2.0 says that was a clutch kick. Philip Reynolds has joined us. Hope all is well. Here's the kickoff by Garo Yepremian. He's wearing the hero halo at the moment. From the 4 comes Ed Podolak. Podolak cuts the sideline, races down the sideline, but he cannot get to the... Oh, they will spot it at the 20. They give him a little extra yardage. 15-yard return. 48 seconds left in this football game. Can they get in Stenerud field goal range? 4 wide for the Chiefs. They have 3 timeouts. You can run plays to the middle and call timeout, but let's see what the AI does here. Porter and Taylor to the top. Richardson and Pitts to the bottom. Easy Ed Podolak, the dangerous back, out of the backfield. What a football game we have witnessed here today. 1st down. Dawson looking. Throws. There's the post. Richardson has it out near the 40 of Kansas City. Picks up 21 yards before Jake Scott brings him down. Kansas City with a timeout. Brilliant play call. You can exploit the middle when you have timeouts. 2 timeouts left for the Chiefs. 1st down and 10 at their 41. 41 seconds left in this football game. Len Dawson trying to lead the comeback and take the Chiefs to the AFC Championship game. Miami 13, Kansas City 12. Dawson to throw. Frank Pitts makes the catch but is tackled in bounds. Gain of 14. Lloyd Mumford would not let him go out. Kansas City uses their 2nd timeout. They have 1 left. Ball at the Miami 45. Stenerud has missed a 46-yard field goal attempt. He's made 4 much shorter kicks. They're going to have to get... And again, they have the wind with them this time, though. Pitts, Richardson to the top. Taylor, Porter to the bottom. Podolak in the backfield. Dawson under pressure. Scrambles, throws. Podolak incomplete. Could not connect up with easy Ed Podolak. On the coverage, Jake Scott. Tense moments here. 28 seconds left in this divisional playoff game. Miami clinging to this 1-point lead. 1 timeout in the pocket of the Chiefs. Dawson rolls, throws, complete to Porter. He's tackled. 11-yard gain. Johnson tackles him. They went to the middle of the field. Chiefs use their final timeout. 21 seconds left. Ball at the Miami 34. If they do not gain another yard, it is a 41-yard field goal attempt because the field goal posts hang out over the goal line. And it's only 7 yards back for the snap in the place. Pitts to the top of the screen. Richardson, Taylor, Porter to the bottom. Podolak the lone setback. No timeouts. Motion, top of the screen. Podolak picks up the rush. Oh, incomplete. Dawson going down the middle for Frank Pitts. If he had caught it, they would have had a hurry. And again, in this game, you can spike the ball. And Frank Pitts is hurt. Jimmy Anticipation Hines comes into the game. 14 seconds left. You have to get something and get out of bounds here. Dawson looking. Pocket holds up. Late pressure. Picked off by Johnson. Miami is going to the AFC Championship game. Len Dawson is trying to go deep down the sidelines. I believe, let's watch that replay, to Hines, who just came in the game. He was trying to go deep to Hines. And that is just a Hines went to the in. Dawson threw to the out. So Dawson probably going through his progressions under pressure. You know Hines wasn't his first option, that's for sure. One more time. In actual motion, in actual speed. Yeah, he went through his progressions. Boy. And Len Dawson just hangs his head, staring at Hines, pointing. You were supposed to go to the out. Instead, Curtis Johnson has just secured this football game and a ticket to the AFC Championship game for the Miami Dolphins. Greasy will just flop down on the ground. This football game is over. The Miami Dolphins, on the leg of Garo Yepremian, defeat the Kansas City Chiefs 13-12 at windy Kansas City. Miami advances to the AFC Championship game, and we'll show you all the results in a moment. Your MVP, the man who picked off Dawson at the end of the game, Curtis Johnson. 8 tackles, 1 interception for the Fro, Curtis Johnson. Cutter Historical has joined us. Check out that wonderful channel. He asks, will there be another stream tonight? There might be. But after this, I have to play cards with Nurse Teresa. And we're going to have some fun doing that family time on Saturday night. Maybe there'll be a later stream. Let's quickly go to the stats. Chiefs, time of possession. Chiefs, more yardage. But you know what the Chiefs didn't have? More points. Miami 13-12. They advance to the AFC Championship game. Greasy, 16-26, 197, and a pick. Jim Kick, halfback option pass, 1 for 1. Jamel, hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. He says, great game. Kansas City, Dawson, 14-34, only 41%. 178 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing for Kansas City, Ed Podolak. 26 carries, 124 yards, 4.8 yards a carry. Miami. Zonka held in check, 15 for 45. Greasy did have the only touchdown in the game, a running touchdown when they went right on the goal line. Receiving for the Dolphins. Jim Kick out of the backfield, 5 for 60. Warfield, 4 for 71. Twilly, 4 for 43. Fleming contributed 2 catches for 23 yards. Seipel, 1 for 9. Zonko, 1 for 6. For Kansas City, Richardson, 3 for 51. Fred Arbanis, 3 for 38. Lou Porter, 3 for 24. Otis Taylor was a bit quiet, only 2 for 32. Podolak, 1 for 19. Pitts, 1 for 14. Warren McAfee had a reception for no yards. In this defensive slobber knocker, Willie Lanier, 12 tackles and a fumble recovery. Recording 2 sacks on Greasy for the Chiefs, Aaron Brown. For Miami, the leading tackler was the left cornerback and MVP of the game, Curtis Johnson, with 8. Nick Bonacani had 7. Johnson had an interception, along with Dick Anderson. No sacks on Len Dawson. Now we come to the kicking game. Gale your premium. 2 for 2. How do you do? 1 for 1 for extra points. Garrow's second field goal propels the Dolphins to the AFC Championship game. They will be going to Cincinnati. So Cincinnati will not be able to get revenge on Kansas City, the only team to pin a loss on them. But the revenge is given by the Dolphins, who defeat the Chiefs. And here's the difference. Jan Stenerud made 4 field goals. He didn't make 5. He missed a 46-yarder. And the 46-yarder was in the second quarter. Here's the difference in this football game. Drifting left. He had the leg, but not on target. And now we'll show you the game-winning field goal. 38 yards, 54 seconds left in the football game. Garrel Yepremian puts it up, jumps for joy. It's good. Last-ditch effort here by the Chiefs. Dawson trying to go down the sidelines. Pitts had went out on injury. He went through his progressions. Good coverage by the Dolphins. Hines went to the in. Dawson threw to the out. Johnson with the pickoff. There's taking of the knee. It's all over, folks. It's all over. Miami advances to the AFC Championship game. So the divisional playoffs goes as thus. Cincinnati crushes Denver, but again, that game was close going into the third quarter. Denver wins 30-9. I'm sorry, Cincinnati wins 39. In the snow, they host the AFC Championship game. The only loss was in week 4 or 5 to the Chiefs. There's no rematch, but the Bengals really don't care. Then, in another close game at the half, Detroit ends up blowing out in the snow in Detroit. The Cowboys, again, at the half, it's 6-3, 20 points by the Lions. They run away with it. They will host the NFC Championship game. As we just witnessed, Miami wins 13-12. And then, in the game we coached, in an epic, we won 33-32. We're traveling to Detroit for the NFC Championship game. Fran Tarkenton was the MVP. Let's watch the final play. Well, they end up kicking a field goal. We stopped them. But this was the big play that made it 33-29 in the snow. We got to show you the other play first. So Ron Johnson scores a snow game at Yankee Stadium. Let's go back. Because Richie Pettibone, this is on this, sort of on this drive. Tarkenton throws an interception here. So Tarkenton's going to throw an interception. He rolls. He's under duress. Throws off his back foot. Pettibone intercepts. He's hit by Ron Johnson. Fumble. Giants get the ball back. And then a few plays later, this is Ronnie Johnson plunging it in. The Giants are going to the NFC Championship game. So, you have Miami traveling to Cincinnati. That's the weather for now. We don't know what it'll be. It could change. New York travels to Detroit. Very cold, very windy. Prediction of snow. A cold front could move into Cincinnati. We don't know. So that's it. So stay tuned to the channel. Again, we will probably play the Giants-Detroit game first, in which I coach. And that'll be a lot of fun. Those games take a little longer. And then we'll give you the Miami-Cincinnati game later. And then whatever the Super Bowl is, if I'm playing it, or if it's PC versus PC, we will give you that and finish up our 1970 replay. When I do these, most of these games are offline until I get to the playoffs. So, thank you very much to Jim L. Cutter Historical. Check out that wonderful channel. Philip Reynolds, thank you. JT 2.0, thank you. Bob's Tabletop Sports, check out his channel, especially if you're interested in learning how to play History Maker Baseball. If you like the play games, lots of free stuff this weekend. Go on their site, find it, click on it, download it. Lots of the 2022 seasons in all their sports is free. The PDF is free. So baseball's free, football's free, hockey's free. Anything 2020, not 2022, I'm sorry. 2020 is free. The PDFs for those seasons are free. Download them. Thank you, Keith Avalon. I'd like to say thank you to Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out his wonderful channel for Card and Dice Stratomatic Baseball. Frank Wayne Scott was here also. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you enjoyed the stream, smack that like button. If you have not subscribed and you wish to do so, please do so. Come back and have fun. We always have fun here, friends. Hit the bell for notification when we go live or upload. Mostly we go live. Be safe. Stay safe. Treat people the way you want to be treated. But don't take no crap from people either. God bless. I love you all. Greatly appreciate your time. We'll see you soon. Championship games coming up. In the AFC, Dolphins, Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Giants, our beloved Giants, in Detroit versus the Lions.